It starts not with a bang, but with a boost. My phone lit up. Tehran explosions. The Israeli call it preemptive. A nice clean word makes a war sound like a doctor's visit. But don't let the language fool you. At exactly 9:30 a.m. GMT, the mask came off. This wasn't a strike. It was a symphony of destruction. 28 targets. They weren't aiming for missile silos. They were aiming for the head. The Ministry of Defense, the atomic headquarters, and the personal office of one man, the supreme leader. In Washington, they called it Operation Epic Fury. And in Tehran, they called it Hell. The world held its breath, waiting to see if Ali Ayatollah survived the opening bell. But what happened next made that question terrifyingly irrelevant. March 1st, the dust settles just enough for the truth to bleed through. And the truth is savage. Iranian state media went silent. In dictatorship, that's the sound of heart monitor flattening. Then the confirmation hit the internet like a shockwave. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the absolute ruler of Iran for decades, was dead. The decapitation strike worked. You would think Israeli intelligence was pumping champagne, right? Wrong. Because killing the king doesn't end the game. It just unleashes the rooks and the bishops. Reports flooded in. 4 of his relatives, at least 40 senior officers, including the defense minister, all wiped out in the same 24 hours window. The regime's brain was splattered across the rumbles of Tehran. But here is the scary part. The head is gone, but the snake is now rattling. Angry mass of tentacles. And they just got the order to strike back. But as the missiles fly, we have to ask, who is really celebrating in the streets of Iran? You want to know the real situation inside Iran? Forget the diplomats. Look at the streets. While the world freaked out about regional war, thousands of Iranians were doing the unthinkable. They were just dancing. Not because they love America, but because they hate them. For months, I've documented protests. Over 7,000 protesters killed by their own government since January. Just for asking for bread and freedom. The regime was really drowning in its own brutality. So when the bomb started falling on the mullahs, for many, it wasn't an invasion, it was like an intervention. And then watching from his exile in America, a ghost appeared on the screen. Reza Pahlavi, the crown prince, the son of Saha, the man the revolution overthrew in 1979. He's now telling the military to ditch Khamenei or sink with him. The irony is savage. A king in exile, suddenly the voice of the moment. But can a man with no army really unite a broken country? Or is this chaos just the opening act for a nuclear nightmare? Now we get to the real reason this fight is worth it. It is not about democracy. It's about the bomb. For years, America wanted a better deal. They wanted Iran to give up nukes, missiles, the whole circus. Iran said no. So Trump ripped up old deal, and by 2026, the negotiation was on fire. So Israel looks at the intelligence. They see Iran enrich uranium stockpile near weapon grade, and they said, no more talks. They saw the regime weakened by protests. They saw their enemy confused and decided to roll the dice. In fact, they gambled that a knockout blow now is better than a nuclear-armed Ayatollah later. But here is the irony that keeps me awake at night. By striking Iran to stop the bomb, they might have just have guaranteed that Iranian successor, whoever they are, will spend the next decade desperate to get one. Violence didn't solve this problem, it just changed the players. And right now, the king is dead, the people divided. We have to ask one hardest question of all. So I close the diary today with blood barely dry. Was the fight worth it? Look at the ledger. On one side, the death of a tyrant. Kehami is gone. The IRGC is reeling. Women who were beaten for their headscarves are waving the old lion flag in rings. That feels like justice, but on the other side, you have a country in rumble. A school in Minab turned to dust with children inside. The Saudis are terrified. The oil markets are convulsing. The old world order is dead. Was it worth it? As the protester who just watched his prison get burned open, he might say yes. As the mother in Tehran, wondering if the monarchy will bring food to her table, she might laugh in your face. The fight isn't over, it just changed shape. We wanted to stop a nuclear Iran. Instead, we might have just created a broken, painful, and unpredictable one. And as the sun sets on Islamic Republic, a new question arises. What the hell comes next?